Greetings to all, and welcome to my channel. I trust that you are all enjoying a splendid day. Before we commence, kindly take a moment to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Can a pen save love? Carter and Hope's shocking fix-it twist on Bold and the Beautiful. Bold and the Beautiful fans listened for Carter Walton to explain an intricate takeover to Hope Logan, but all the intrigue quickly drained out of the scene when he told her what it entails. Fans of this CBS soap learned this top fashion house falls under new leadership when Carter signs a document. But this means he is making a sneaky move against the Forresters, and Hope urges him to do so. So does B&B want fans to believe Hope and Carter can, and likely will, take over Forrester Creations, and all it takes is Ridge Forrester and Steffy Forrester signing this document, while oblivious to what it says. So far it sounds that way, but you can only assume there's more to this than meets the eye. Bold and the Beautiful. Carter Walton's pen mightier than the Forrester's sword? Bold and the Beautiful takes Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, loyalty, and puts it out to pasture as he signs the LLC papers for FC. With his devious-sounding accomplice, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, egging him on, fans have mixed feelings about this new storyline emerging. Carter talked a good game, but then he suddenly paused to ponder what this would do to Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye. That's when Hope stepped in to entice him. So with her fury for Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McKenzie Wood, likely driving her bus, she built Carter up as the man who has silently run the company all these years. But she reminds him how little recognition he's received in return, just like the Logans. It looks like Hope Logan found the weapon to defeat Steffy Forrester at her own game. And that happens to be a revved-up Carter Walton, whose pen is mightier than the Forrester family's sword. B&B spoilers. Carter brings back Hope Logan and her line. The way Carter Walton barks orders in next week's Bold and the Beautiful previews, it looks like he's in charge. Steffy tells Carter that Hope is a B******, that the clip is too fleeting to know its exact context. But you get the feel for what is going on, and it is likely safe to say that it is not good. Next, it looks like sides form. Still, this plot sounds so lame to the Bold and the Beautiful fans. All Carter Walton has to do to take over control of a huge fashion house is swipe a piece of paper with a pen. Bold and the Beautiful. Heads spin and tempers flare? Bold and the Beautiful has Carter already barking orders next week via the preview. Hope Logan pushes Carter Walton to sign the papers for this FC takeover. But instead, B&B fans suggest if she cares about him like she says she does, she should warn him against this possible career-destroying move. So needless to say, tempers will likely be at an all-time high at Forrester Creations, and chaos will probably follow. But Bold and the Beautiful fans find it hard to imagine that all Carter needs is his signature, along with the signature of two oblivious co-CEOs. Although you might think this would be impossible to do in the real world, but that's not the case. The video above explains how this can happen in the corporate workplace. So while it may seem like a soap opera taking liberties with reality, it's not all that far-fetched. That said, it looks like B&B might be headed in that direction. Carter Walton was putting his John Hancock on the document with the support of Hope Logan as Cliffhanger Friday rolled to a close on the CBS soap. In the world of the Bold and the Beautiful, B&B, drama and intrigue are never in short supply. But sometimes the show's writers take a bold step that has the audience scratching their heads. One of the most head-scratching developments in recent B&B history is the plot twist involving Carter Walton and Hope Logan, which revolves around the seemingly simple use of a pen, yes, a pen, to resolve a complicated issue. But can something as mundane as signing a piece of paper really fix everything? Let's take a deep dive into this questionable fix-it plot and explore why it might be one of the most bizarre and, for some, frustrating narrative choices in the show's history. Setting the stage. A tenuous relationship. Before delving into the specifics of this fix-it scenario, let's set the stage. As with most B&B storylines, relationships are at the heart of the drama. Carter Walton, a talented attorney at Forrester Creations, has been involved in several high-profile storylines over the years. From his tangled love life, most notably with Quinn Forrester, and his brief romantic involvement with Paris Buckingham, to his position as the company's legal counsel, Carter's professional and personal life has been an ongoing narrative thread. Hope Logan, on the other hand, is one of the main characters on the show and a constant presence at Forrester Creations as the face of their Hope for the Future clothing line. Hope has had her own fair share of emotional roller coasters, particularly surrounding her relationships with Liam Spencer and Thomas Forrester. In recent years, however, her role has taken a more complex turn, especially with her increasing involvement in the corporate and legal side of the business. Now, let's look at the plot that has some fans questioning the logic behind the storyline. The paperwork, the fix-it moment. The plot centers around a legal issue involving Forrester Creations, and Carter's expertise is put to use in an attempt to resolve the problem. However, as is often the case in B&B, things don't go as smoothly as planned. The issue in question is one that is relatively serious in nature, involving contracts, intellectual property, or possibly the ownership of certain business assets. But instead of solving this issue through hours of negotiation, courtroom drama, or even some high-stakes corporate maneuvering, the resolution comes down to signing a piece of paper. Yes, in what seems like a moment lifted straight from a soap opera writer's handbook, Carter and Hope are handed a single pen. In what is essentially an impromptu fix-it moment, the two characters, whose emotional and professional stakes in this situation have been built up for weeks, resolve the entire problem simply by putting pen to paper. Is that really how it works in the legal world, or is this just a plot convenience meant to wrap up a messy situation? Let's break it down. A legal resolution that feels too easy. Legal disputes, especially in a corporate environment like Forrester Creations, rarely get solved with a single signature. Contracts can be intricate, full of contingencies, clauses, and stipulations. They require negotiation, scrutiny, and the involvement of experts, all of which make this pen-fix moment feel like a massive leap of logic. The ease with which Hope and Carter resolve the issue undermines the tension that the show had previously built up. Throughout the build-up of this plot, viewers were led to believe that the legal and corporate challenges facing Forrester Creations were more complex. The stakes were high, so high, in fact, that the audience had already grown accustomed to the idea that a long, drawn-out legal battle or even a dramatic courtroom scene would be required to address the issue. But in the end, it all comes down to a piece of paper. This moment reflects a broader issue with soap operas in general, where tension can be artificially inflated, only to be deflated just as quickly. The problem is that this often results in a sense of anticlimax. Instead of seeing the characters struggle through the issue and deal with the ramifications of their actions, the solution is tied up neatly and quickly with little fallout. What's worse, this quick resolution could leave the audience feeling that their emotional investment in the storyline was somehow wasted. The role of Carter and Hope. To understand the impact of this plot, we must also consider the roles of the two characters involved, Carter and Hope. Carter Walton, though a skilled attorney, has often been portrayed as somewhat of a nice guy who occasionally gets caught up in other people's dramas. He's known for his professionalism, but he also has a history of making rash decisions in his personal life, such as his ill-fated engagement to Quinn Forrester. Carter is a character whose romantic entanglements tend to overshadow his professional acumen, and his role in this plotline reflects this somewhat. While it's clear that Carter is capable of handling complex legal matters, his sudden involvement in a situation that can be resolved so simply with a pen feels inconsistent with his character's established reputation as a more methodical and thoughtful professional. It's almost as though the writers are trying to force an easy resolution by placing Carter in the center of it all, regardless of whether it makes sense for the character. Hope Logan, on the other hand, has had her share of drama in both her love life and her career. As the face of Forrester Creations' Hope for the Future line, she's been shown to be a hardworking and determined woman. Yet, her involvement in this legal drama seems out of character. Hope has never been portrayed as someone who can quickly navigate the complexities of corporate law, so having her take part in this fix-it moment with just a pen feels like a stretch. Both characters, when put together, form an odd pairing for this storyline. Carter's legal expertise and Hope's emotional involvement with the company make them logical characters to be at the forefront of the plot. But the problem is that this issue wasn't solved through any significant skill or legal expertise. It was resolved with the mere stroke of a pen. This cheapens their roles and diminishes the investment the audience might have had in their journey. A missed opportunity for drama. What could have been an exciting, high-stakes legal battle for Forrester Creations instead turned into a lackluster, anticlimactic resolution. Imagine how much more engaging this plot could have been if it involved a protracted courtroom drama, a tense negotiation, or an ethical dilemma for Hope and Carter to navigate. B&B has a long tradition of creating tension and intrigue in the workplace, and this storyline seemed ripe for such treatment. Instead, the fix came too easily, with little to no real conflict. By resolving the issue so quickly, the writers missed an opportunity to build more depth into the characters and the story. There's a certain thrill in watching characters wrestle with tough choices, face unexpected consequences, and come out the other side changed. A quick resolution undercut all of that, leaving the plot feeling shallow. The real question, can a pen really fix everything? The bigger question is whether or not this pen moment is a reflection of a deeper issue within the soap opera genre itself, the tendency to resolve major plot points with simplistic solutions. It's tempting to want to resolve complex issues quickly, especially when the storyline is dragging on, but this type of shortcut can feel unsatisfying. In The Bold and the Beautiful, where emotions run high, and every moment is laden with dramatic tension, viewers expect resolution to come through more than just a simple act of signing on the dotted line. At its best, B&B taps into the complex emotions and relationships of its characters. But sometimes the quick fixes feel more like a way to move the plot along without fully addressing the core issues. Whether it's a legal problem, a love triangle, or a family feud, these plot lines deserve the time and effort required to reach a satisfying conclusion. The pen, in this case, seems to symbolize not just a legal action, but the desire for expedience rather than depth. Conclusion: the pen might be mightier, but not in this case. While soap operas thrive on drama and often find creative solutions to their plot dilemmas, the use of a pen to fix a complex legal problem is a lazy resolution that feels more like a plot convenience than a genuine solution. Carter and Hope, two characters who deserve more attention and respect in the narrative, are ultimately shortchanged by this storyline. The show missed an opportunity to delve into the complexities of corporate law, legal ethics, and personal responsibility, instead opting for a quick and easy conclusion that leaves little room for real character growth. In the end, the question remains, can a pen really fix everything? In the world of The Bold and the Beautiful, maybe, but it doesn't make for the most satisfying storytelling.